And now, an In-Fisherman ice fishing guide tip exclusively from the field and the center of a season's worth of action on ice.
Hi everybody, Doug Stange here along with Tom Grunewald from HT Enterprises. And one aspect of dealing with tip-ups has to do with the use of big baits. You know, there's a time and place for small baits, but a lot of times a big bait means a big fish, especially when you're pike fishing a lot of times. But that presents some problems when you're dealing with the various tip-ups. So first, there is something you can do with the wind tip-up, right?
Yeah, there sure is, Doug. There's a couple things you can do. The back side of the rocker arm on the windlass actually has two springs here, and there's a light tension and a heavy tension spring. So if you're using lighter baits, you can go with that lighter spring. For the heavier baits, there's a heavier spring on here, and the really big stuff like we're using, you can use both springs, which really increases the amount of tension. And then another thing that you can do in addition here to sliding the adjustment bracket back and forth is you can actually turn this adjustment bracket out to the side, and that really increases the tension on those springs. So if you're using really big baits, that'll give you all the motion and all the tension that you need.
Okay, so that's one thing. If you want to present big baits with a windlass tip-up, and of course that's the tip-up that adds movement. But with the straight polar tip-up, what I've done is I've added a piece of tip-up line right here, and I've connected it to a snap, or it's the kind of clip weight that you would use as a release for with downriggers. And basically it's just tied to the shaft of the polar tip-up. And Tom, if you'll help me by holding that just a minute, all you do then is when you've got your bait hooked on, you're going to take this off to the side, your regular line, and once you've got your bait at the depth that you want it to be, you're going to place your regular line into the snap weight, right like that, and then this is going to hang. This is going to actually hold that heavy bait up until the fish takes them and pulls it off and releases. So you can use as heavy a bait as you want. You can use any setting you want with this snap weight or the snap clip. So there's always something you can do if you're going to be fishing with big baits.